Hey everybody, Octa Andy here from Octa Andy Has ADHD. Happy 4th of July. I'm out here not actually on purpose until I was about halfway through getting dressed, but then I realized, oh, I'm going to be rocking the red, white, and blue. So, awesome. Happy 4th of July. It's about 8 a.m. out here in El Paso. I've already been working out here for a good 2.5 hours. Just because I have to get out here early. I'm out here at the break of dawn most every morning, work until about 8, 9 o'clock. Some days I'll push it further, but usually about 9 o'clock is when I start getting sunburnt because it's just too much light. So, speaking of too much light and too much sun out here, got my first quarantine project finished. Finally, it took almost a month because I had to be working only so early hours. I couldn't do all day long. So, finally got ourselves some shade. Oh, that way. Built us a pergola. So, we're gonna be able to start having some nice hangouts back here. So, all right, let me go show you around. This is the pergola. So dimensions are about 15 feet front to back, 10 feet side to side, and approximately 9 feet tall to the very top. About 8.5 feet to the underside of the rafters for hanging stuff. The lumber, I just got it from Home Depot. The posts are 4x4s. They were 10 foot long, buried 1.5 feet in the ground. The beams are 2x10s, 8 foot long. There's two in succession, or one and then the other, yeah. And then the rafters are 2x6s, and those were 12 foot long. So the beams, or the posts, were notched 1 inch in on each side. So with the 2x6s actually being 1.5 inches wide, that means they have a 1/2 inch overhang off of it, but that's okay. It's still carrying the majority of the weight on the notches, which is what I was wanting. The beams are held in place by doubled carriage bolts, and the rafters, they were notched 1.5 inches deep, so that they could rest on or around the beams instead of just completely on top of them. Gave it a bit more security. And then with the rafters, then you can see one right there. They're screwed in. Each rafter is screwed in 4 places. Coming in one direction, I have the screws sitting on the top side coming at a downward angle. Coming from the other direction, they're actually lower, sitting on the notch, coming in a diagonal horizontal angle. So getting it screwed in 2 different directions for extra security there. The shade sail I picked up off of Amazon, and this one was just one of the inexpensive 10x14s, and so it didn't come with its kit for hooking it up. I had to get that separate, also off of Amazon. The kit came with 4 of the mounts, 4 of the carabiner clips, and then also 2 of the turnbuckles. And the turnbuckles, you want them on the same side, so I got here, and then I got that one over there. Or I could have done this one and that one down there. But with the turnbuckles, what you can't do to actually get proper tightness is to do diagonal, this one and that one. That would not work. But so that is the pergola. We're planning on doing a lot of upgrades over this summer on it as well. We're not just going to be satisfied with just getting it up. We're ecstatic that it's there, but why get it done and then just stop? Forward momentum, keep moving, keep progressing, keep changing, keep evolving. So the first attachment that we did concurrently, right even with it. As soon as it was finished, next day, or same day actually, I added the shade sail over the pool. Now this was what we were really, really wanting, because we've had the pool for 2 years, but it's been in complete sun, complete harsh sun, and I just don't have any sun tolerance. I've come from the Pacific Northwest, and down here in El Paso, West Texas desert, it's just so intense. Like, just standing out here the length of this video, I can already feel the sun starting to kind of pika, getting all prickly. So I'm gonna try and wrap this up quick. But so got the sail here for the pool, and it gives awesome sun coverage. Look down in here, you can see the size of the shade in the pool. It's getting at least half the pool is shaded, so we can come out into the sun as much or as little as we want. The shade fabric here is 98% sun protection, so that means roughly every minute that you spend in the direct sunlight, you get about the same exposure as over 45 minutes, like 48 minutes, something like that. It's about the same amount of sun exposure as 1 minute in the direct sunlight. So it's gonna make it so much more enjoyable for us. And since we got really nasty heavy winds whipping through here, the other one I felt was a lot more secure because it was just nice and tight, hugged up against. You can see it's kind of pulling taut there. But this one is on the free cables hanging out. So to make sure that it had a little bit better chance of surviving, I got the heavy duty fabric along with the heavy duty reinforced corners on here. And then instead of going with an Amazon kit for the connection, I actually made my own kit from Home Depot. Went and got heavy duty bolts, made sure that the connecting rings weren't like a lot of the ones I saw were the open hooks instead of fully closed, and I like how these fully closed, so then when the wind's whipping through, it won't have a chance of getting tossed off the hook. And then same with the turnbuckle. I went with fully closed turnbuckles for the same reason. I'll show you one more time over here with the turnbuckles that came with the Amazon kit. You can see it's just hooks. And so if it were on one that's going to be getting tossed around with the wind, I'd be a lot more worried. But got them all closed up and super happy. Can't wait to be getting out in here. Hey, finally made it out in the water. Daytime swimming. This is amazing. Water feels so good right now. Yeah, so just out here enjoying the 4th, and hopefully you do the same. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy during the COVID July 4th, 2020. Chilling out here, got my drink, hanging out in the shade underneath the sail, and just kicking back. So keep on growing, get better, enjoy. Hey there, Sora. You going for your very first swim, and you figured out how to balance the noodles already. Awesome job, boy.